Hi, welcome back. Today's getting around time to start making a few Kydex sheaths. So I thought I'd try, just go ahead and do a tutorial on how I do it. Let's see what we got to get started with here, and I'll kind of run down the things. I may not have everything laid out. No, as usual, I don't. So anyway, let me gather everything up. I'll be right back. Okay. Now. There's my number one essential fluid right there is the 91% alcohol. So that you need all the time in here. Whether it's finger cuts or whatever, clean up. It works great around in a knife shop. So anyway, I think I've got, probably not, knowing me, that I probably ain't got, or I've got everything to make a sheath, almost. And it's over under the other table, but it's on the other table over there, and it's covered up. How unusual. So anyway, and my washers and stuff, I don't have any of them right now. I'm just concentrating on the case to do it here. This is the tools that I use to make my Kydex sheaths. Okay, now down here on the bench, right here. Hopefully everybody can see that. We've got a ruler. This one happens to be 15 inches long, plus a little bit. So stainless steel, good little investment. Something to cut with. You can use these cut-saw scissors that they're supposed to cut everything in the world. They're stainless steel. The EMTs use these, and I think these, no, not these, but another pair come from a half-used pack out of an ambulance that was never used. My wife used to work at the hospital. So anyway, now we have a 1/8 drill bit. Okay, we have a pencil. This happens to be carpenter pencil, so it's got a nice big lead and everything on it, and it's flat, so I carry it in my hip pocket all the time. We need a knife, something to cut with. You can use a razor knife. Anybody's watched this, I've said that this is my EDC. I carry this every day. I've done everything with it. You can get hook blades for riffing. You can clean an animal with it and cut it up for frying with this knife right here, because it's got 3 blades in the handle stored and 1 in here. And if you got the hook blade, then you can field dress it easy enough. I've done it. So there it is. Home Depot special. It's a DeWalt knife. Last time I looked at was, believe it or not, was the same price I was when I bought this one. It's $10. It may be a little bit more now, and I use Irwin blades. So that's what I use. I like them a lot. Used them for years, no problems. So, and you can resharpen those if you want to. Okay, here's what I prefer to use to cutting this out. Is my big snips from when I used to do HVAC work. These are hardened. I got these for cutting stainless steel with. We was doing a lot of stainless steel work, and they was dulling them, the other ones, and I ordered them with the little tougher jaws. And that was, whether or not you can still get them that way or not, I don't know. But anyway, or maybe I ordered them for that, but I think, actually, let me think about that. It's been 30 years ago. maybe the tinker replaced these jaws with hardened jaws. I can't remember. I know I used to have to take them to him all the time till anyway. It's been too much water under the bridge on that. It's okay. Now, got a roll of painter's tape. This happens to be, what, 1.5 inches wide? Okay. Good stuff. Have a sheet of paper. It don't have to be this brilliant yellow, but hey, I got it, so I might as well use it. Now, then we have the knife that we're actually going to make it out of. Make a sheath for. There it is. Nice knife, pink and green handle. Paper, the paper micarta made myself. So now we're going to make the sheath for it. Get it all polished up, bar to a satin finish. I'll buff it before I do that, before I put it back in there again. And it's not sharp. Once they go in the sheath for the last time, they're sharp. I may take them out and clean them or something, or make sure that the sheath has not got rid of all the oil on it, but they're sharp when they go in there for the last time. And I've sharpened 2, I think, today. We got leather sheaths, so yeah, 2. So anyway, there's this. Get rid of all of that. Wow, this is pretty darn loud. Yes, pretty loud. Okay, now get the scissors. Okay, heard about that. Take this. Lay it right there. Hopefully you can see this. Now, this area right here is where the lock's going to be. Now, it's time for the drill bit. Stay right there. Stay right there. Now, yes, this is here to protect the blade and to give you a little room in there so that it doesn't scratch as bad, coming in and out all the time. Okay, do the same thing again. Piece of tape. Right there. Now, when you do this, you have to make sure that you get all of the creases out of this. As many of them as you can possibly get out. You need to get them out. And because if it's overly creased, it will, if the crease is too bad, it will show up in the sheath. The Kydex takes its stuff out pretty seriously. Just there to help it make it lock. Yeah. Well, it don't take much to scratch that stuff, especially on a smooth side, which this is, which I want for the inside. Now, okay, I'm going to make a double pink, so it don't really matter which way I face the knife. But you got to remember which side that you want is the outside. What color do you want showing? And so now that's how you'll do them. You get started with them. Or is just do that, and that right there will get. When you press it down, it will fill in all of this. So remember, you're getting this about 300 degrees or so to make it pliable. So it's hot, so it will move. Okay. Now, there that is. I usually use about 7 inches, give or take. Yeah. 7.5. Mine's a little bit longer. Let's go ahead and go with 8. All right. That just happens to work with me. It's 8. And 8. Come right over here and go 8. Make your mark. And now, this knife is 1.5 inches. So 1.5 inches. So it's 3/4. So I want at least 3.5. 4.5. Let's go with 5 inches right there. And no, 5's too much. That's a 4. 4's plenty. Yeah, 4. Okay, there's 4. There's 4. Yes, it's better to leave it. Go ahead and leave it square. Don't say, well, I've got to cut it, make it fit the knife. No, not now. Get your big pieces. See, that gives me 4 inches right there, 8 inches long, and I've got 5 inches. I got 4 inches right there, so I can get one more sheath out of this. That's front and back. Most of the time I use one color in the front and a different color on the back. You know, but I'm gonna make these double colors right here. So with that, like I said, I've got 7 to do. So now, there it is. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and I can use what's left to make hangers out of if I want to. So it'd be all pink. So now, here comes the snips here. So we're going to do that. And yes, you can do it with a razor knife. That you can. All right, there's that one. Okay. This Kydex, you can get it. What is it? Holsters. Yeah, holster kits. I believe it's holsterkits.com. And they cotton for the gun audience, but to make a Kydex case for them. And there's some of these that I have made, and I don't think I got any of them sheaths anymore. But anyway, where I make them like a taco style and cut it on the back and fold over and make a belt loop on the back of it. So it's all one piece. I hadn't made one of them in a long time. But anyway, here's the pink. And it's got a texture on the outside of it. So now, take this, we'll take the knife, and we put it right there. Pull her down to within, probably, I don't need it that much, about right there. Could have got by with less than that, yeah, could have. But anyway, there it is. You make them exactly the same, and then you put them on there, and do that. So let's heat it. Let's fire this up, because I'm just going to do this one. I ain't even going to rivet it or anything tonight. So there's that one. There's that one. There's that one. Here's this one. And here's this one. So now, okay, stay on and go about like that, about 350, something like that. It won't take long. Now, becomes a time that cleanliness is going to be about the best thing you can do for yourself right here, because dirty hands on it will just mean you have to wash it more. My hands is filthy, so I'm going to do the next best thing and pray that it don't stick to me when I go to put it in the press. Okay, now I've got the Kydex press here. It's plywood with a I don't know why Home Depot was selling these so cheap. So, anyway. Okay. Now. Okie dokie. Put that right there. Okay, here's my F clamp. It's our quick release. Keep it all the way down, stored. Get it right there and put it on there. Here's this Kydex press, which is 3/4. Okay, if I edit that real good, you'll never know what happened, but I doubt it. Anyway, the F clamp for the Kydex press. Now, that's where it's going to lay in there. This way, see, where all of them done right. You put the handle out. You don't need 50 clamps on it. One clamp's enough. One clamp is definitely enough. So, we're going to take these and we're going to lay them in there. And we're going to let them warm up. They don't have to be super hot. They just got to be hot enough that they can do. Just hopefully hold that right there. And this knife will be just like that. Like I said, double pink, you don't have to worry about it. But with the knife, with the edge facing right, this is out. This will be your whichever color you want to face the world. And this color right here could be anything, the bottom one. So anyway, this stuff will curl. Get primal. Let's give it just another minute or two. It's hot. So got everything going right there. It don't take long. Okay, just lay that right there. Put the knife right there. Put this right here, right directly over top of it. Move that. Take this. This has to happen kind of in a hurry, but that's the reason the F clamp works so good, because you can tighten it up real quick. Alright, close that and turn it off. Like I said, this is the only one I'm going to do tonight. I've been out here all day, so. And see, it's pretty well, hope you can see in there. I don't know. Anyway, right there on the knife, all of that's pretty much closed up right there. It's together. All of that's in there together. Now, like I said, this right here will do it. It only takes a few minutes for it to chooch and set up. So then it take what, a minute or less to heat it up. You get your oven about 350 degrees with the light coming on, or with that little toaster oven like that. They chooch quick, but you do need a thermometer in them to figure out where everything is to regulate for tempering knives, if that's what you're going to do with them. If you're doing Kydex, you know, it don't take just a minute. It wouldn't matter if you had it on nuclear, as long as you're fast enough and your hands stay clean enough. Because if not, then you could actually put a dirty fingerprint into them, melt into them. So, okay. Like I said, this is real time. This ain't not slowing down, speeding up, slowing down, speeding up. Not skipping. This is actually how long it takes. So, yeah, it will still be hot in here, but not as hot. Now, the more you do in a day, the hotter this. It's a floor matting from Harbor Freight. That's what I made it with. See? And there it is. Nice and chooched and stuck together. It's got a drain hole in the bottom. Let's see, widen back out. Okay. It's got the drain hole in the bottom. There it is. This right here's the back side. You can see little spots on it there where the tape is. The tape's a little folded up on it. Now you want to leave this alone right here. It will come undone because I don't know that you can weld this stuff. I don't. If you can, great. If you can't, that's fine too. But it having this much area around it, and you can see the outline of it, then we'll come and get our marks for our to put our eyelets in. But that's going to have to wait till tomorrow. I have been out here all day, so like I said, it's time for me to go kick my feet up and take a muscle relaxer for my back spasms. So I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so it probably won't be tomorrow when I get this to do this. But anyway, I'll put some semblance to this. I'll edit a little bit around and about on it and get it. But anyway, this is starting on this now, and I will continue. I'll add what I was saying about which side out that you want your color and which way to turn the knife. So I'll get with that later on. Like I said, double pink, it doesn't matter one way or the other. You can, if you're using the same color on both sides, obviously it don't matter which one's in, which one's out. But if you want to do the two colors, it will matter. So anyway, I'll come back tomorrow or day after and get on this. Alright, get on the bench here, and there's the pink. I've got one in the Kydex press. I don't know why I won't keep calling it micarta, but it's not. Let's zero in here just a little bit more, and there it is. Still the same thing. This was a little bit bigger. I made the others a little narrower. So anyway, now I've got this drain tube, which will be a tube or a tunnel or whatever right there. So now here's the upper part of the knife where it's in there, and it's squeezed in there pretty good. Hopefully you can see it. Get enough shadows on there. Camera don't like this LED light for some reason. But anyway, there it is. It's got the end of it there, and the back edge of the blade there, in the choil, back of the choil right there, the ricasso area. So now, this is, like I said, it's a dual-sided. Either way you want to. It's pink. It's either right or left. All of them are either right or left, but this one, it really doesn't matter. But if you're going to do a right-hand sheath knife, you got to remember you point the handle at you in doing this. Point it at you. The cutting edge will go this way for right-handed, this way for left-handed. You go right for right, left for left. That's the cutting edge, not the back. the cutting edge. That is to have your color out. Whatever color it is, pink, green, or orange, purple, or whatever, polka dotted. Doesn't matter. If that's the color you want out, and you want it for a right hand sheath, just be sure that the edge, the cutting edge, working edge of a knife, is going to the right when you work it out right here. Now, putting the eyelets in. All of the stuff that I can find, the tech locks and stuff, are set on 3/4 of an inch holes. So it's 3/4 center to center, and there's usually probably 5 or 6 on each side of it. It's just got a plethora of holes in it. So, and the beautiful thing about a tech lock is you could put it on this sheath with 2 screws if you go 1.5 inches. Go 1.5 inches between your centers. It doesn't matter if one's here and one's here. As long as it's 1.5 inches right there, the lock will work. The tech lock will go on there. So, or any multiples of 3/4. It'll do, 1.5 inches or 2 1/4. I believe that's about as wide as it'll go, is about 2 1/4. So, anyway, these are, I believe these are 1 1/4 wide knives. So, when I done them, let's see, I've got so many around here. Yeah, these are 1 1/4. So that's fine. This was rather big. So this is how I lay it out. Right there. I take a pencil and I take a tape measure. And there's one of the reasons I like to use square sides. I don't want to cut it at all. So, excuse me, pardon me, take a combination square or a square of any kind like this. Okay, you put it right there and you just kind of fade a mark on it right there, and that's right there at the choil. Now, to lock this knife in place, this must remain, this area right in here. And you can go on up if you want to and leave it and everything and just form fit it. You need a heat gun, a hair dryer, something like that, but a heat gun works the best. And what I like to do is, I'll just go down through here and measure 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches. Make sure you get it right there. 1.5 inches. Okay. That's what I do. This is just the way I do it. I mean, it works for me. If it don't work for you, I mean, if you want to do it another way, you can. There's a right way, a wrong way, and a different way. And who says the different way's right or the different way's wrong? It ain't going to be me, because, Okay, I gotta go on up here with this. So let's do it like that. Okay, there's that. Slide down. Right there. And right there. Now, I want to come out about 3/8 from the spine of and the blade on each side. About that. Just about that. So right there. Right there. You're wanting the area where it's absolutely flat. And then here you would turn it right with however the knife shaped is. Okay. So right there. So there about 3/8. About 3/8. And the same. About 3/8. Now, here's where you go. Boom. Boom. Okay, and there's your holes. There's you mark for your holes down here. I've got 2 marks on the bottom. I'm sorry if you can't see it. I apologize. Right there. Maybe I can get the camera up a little closer here and not block your way. Okay, I'll line this out just a little bit. Okay. Like I said, I apologize. Here's 2 holes on either side of the point down here. Now, here's 2 holes. You just put that up right there, and right in there. Yep. Be right there. Now you're using 1/4 inch holes, so half of that would be 3/8. So, or I mean 1/8, not 3/8. What am I talking about? Being stupid again, I guess. But there, right there, and about right there. And that lets you know how many you need. Okay. Now, you notice I've not pulled this apart. I've not done anything to try to disturb this knife at all. It's made a little glue seal, which if you hold it, or it's melted together just a little bit. So with that, when I get them all done, I'll come back and show you how I drill them and everything. Then we'll put eyelets in them, and then we'll go to trimming them up. So anyway, that's the way I do it. I just try to stay back, you know, at least the 3/8. I may go on out to a half. Let me look at it a little bit. This pink is distorting my field of view a little bit right here in my dirty, nasty bifocal glasses, which need to be replaced here any day now. So I will mark the rest of them. I'll do them. And if you think I was kidding, I will show you that I'm not. That I am dead serious about this. About having a few knives that needed sheaths made for it. Kydex sheaths. That is 10. This right here, well, actually it's 10 without this one. And right here is the pile that I have, and I've got the one in the press right now. So when I get them all made, each Kydex case is made for a knife. Does that mean you can't put another knife in it? No, it does not. I mean, you will have to use a heat gun or in the oven at home to soften this and make sure that you can get it in there. Then you got to have some way of pressing it. You can press it between towels if you have if that's what you want. Put a towel on the table, lay it down on it hot with a knife in it, put another towel on it, and push straight down on it. A board works better on top. Got a board, put the towel in between there, not super thick now, you know, like a hand towel. You can lay a hand towel on, double it up, and lay it right there, and lay your on the table, and do another one on top of it, and then put a board on it and mash it. But you'll have to stay below this, or in this area anyway. So you don't have to have a mic press. You can do a lot of this without stuff, but it's easy. You know, I made it. You know, like I tell my buddies all the time, you know, hey, if I can do it, women and children and blind monkeys can do it. So, you know, have at it. Everybody's a maker, whether they know they're not. know it or not. They just got to try it. Anything, don't matter if it's a widget or if it's a knife. Try something. That's all you got to do is try. You never know. You might find a passion. So, I'm going to get on and do this. I've got a bunch of them to do, so it's going to take about probably an hour and a half or 2 hours. So I probably won't finish this video today. But I will show you all aspects of what I go through doing this. So, with that said, I will get to cooking.